Arise, soldier of Christ. Take up your hammer. Hi everyone, you are welcome back once again to my channel. If you are new in this place, my name is Oluwadamilola Matthew, and this is United Arab of Emirates. In this place, you wake up smiling, you feel no hands, and your bondage will be removed. I'm going to share 10 key points that can help the weak one to become strong. And also, I'm making you to live your life in full. When I take my son out, he likes to do things on his own. He likes to remind me that I am no longer a kid, I'm a teenager. There are some things that he wants when we go out together. There are some places, some things I don't want him to do. And we need to hold his hand tight, because I don't want him to get closer to that area, because it may be hurtful. It may harm him willingly from his heart. He will love to go there. But as a parent, I will need to hold his hand. Example is like go to beach. There are some area I don't want him to go closer to. I just want him to play at the edge. Likewise, God. When you are passing through any situation, sometimes we want to let go the hand of God. We want to do it in our own way. But because of love he has towards us, he holds us tight. He doesn't let our hands to go. If you can hang your salvation, likewise you can lose it. If you stop working on it, and how do you work on it? We work on it by faith. Romans 8:38-39 says, and I am persuaded that what will separate us from the love of Christ. Most of the message that I pass across on my platform, they are my personal experience. And why do I do that? It is for two purposes. Number one, it is God's commandments. And second, it is for my viewer to be more stronger and wiser than their enemy. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 says, be vigilant, be sober, because your adversary is roaming about, seeking for who to destroy. I would like to open your eyes to a universal problem that steals people joy. And what is that? It is fear. But there is a good news I brought to you, that you don't need to fear. God is by your side. You are not alone. He got your back. Romans 8:31 says, what can we say concerning this? If God is for you, who will be against you? If God is by your side, you don't need to fear any circumstances. That God is beautiful for every situation. God plus you equal to majority. What is our greatest fear in life? We fear of rejection, not fitting, embarrassment. And if you look deeply into those things that I mentioned, you will see that it is people that brought it to your way. It is through the people you experience rejection. It is the fear of people that you have in your heart, not to let them down. It is because you want to belong to one particular group. You are thinking that you are not fitting. Satan used all these tactics to steal away joy. He knows what can give you peace and joy. And this is the reason he opposes by create fear in your heart. Satan also knows. He understands very well that one of the greatest joy in life is to share gospel with others. And for this reason, he will surely attack it, making you to be understand, oh, I'm in a Arab world. And if I share the gospel, I may be deported. The Bible says, if you are a doer of good things, who is going to be against you? No one. I know a sister who her father committed suicide just because of what others people are going to say. And can I shock you? He committed suicide for a month that is not up to $100. And today, all his children, they are doing great things. Both wife and husband lost their life just because of an amount that is not up to $100. Because they don't want to let others people down. If you don't want to let others people down, and you have messed up, and you go and committed suicide, those people you don't want to let down, are they not going to move on with their life? Life still continue, whether you exist or not, whether you let them down or not. Life continue. They are still going to move on with their life. The truth is that to find pure joy, undiluted one, you need to live on an audience of one, which is God, without fear or afraid. Choose your focus wisely. Focus on something that is positive. Many things is wrong in our life that we don't have power to control. Let us look at the life of Uriah's wife. She is the mother of Solomon. But she did not allow her past to control her future. She was a brave woman. Never allow pain or any incident that is not your fault to weigh you down. Uriah's wife also taught us on how to deal with our adversary. When Adonijah was being reigned, she quickly ran to David that don't forget your promise that you have concerning my son. She's not doing pity party by hiding herself. Like, because of my past, I don't want to confront Adonijah. I don't want to claim what is right. For my son, she let her past to rest. She did not allow her past to predict her future. Never allow Adonijah to rule that kingdom. In any situation, tell yourself, I can do all things through Christ who has strengthened me. Tell yourself, there is light, and my face is not put into shame. The Bible says, the heart of the righteous one is bold like a lion. Because anyone that is righteous, that belongs to the side of God, you will never find them in anything that is secret. Anything that is hiding and secret, it belongs to devil, because it belongs to the kingdom of darkness. But those who are doing it in the right way, right path with God, they are bold like a lion. They don't live a fearful life. Tell yourself, I was once young, and now I am old. I have never seen the righteous one being forsaken. Their children never beg for food. This is the promise of God for your life. You must know the right word to apply to the right situation. Speak to your mind daily what you want your mind to focus on. Every 5 senses that God gave to you, let it be controlled wisely. If you can control your eyes on what you want your eyes to see, control your ear not to hear anything that will pollute you. Control your mouth, make it to be branded for Christ. Your nose, your hand, control it, that my hand is not going to touch anything that is polluted. You will have peace of joy. Your mind will be so pure. Never forget to focus on positive things. There are many things around us that is beautiful. There are many things God have did for you in the past. How God deliver you in a situation that is threatening. How He provide for you. How He supported you. How He does not allow you to experience shame. He is the one, same yesterday, today, forever. He has never changed. He rule and reign in the situation of people. He's seated on his throne, and his kingdom rule everything. Base your life on daily thanksgiving. Gratitude is very important. Thank God for so many things. You are so beautiful, God. You are a merciful Father. Thank you for your love. Thank you because you are consistent when I am inconsistencies. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for making all things to work together for me for good. Thank you for never letting me down. Thank you because I will never destroy together with the enemy. Thank God. God, I thank you because I am in a winning side. There is nothing in your life that will happen that God will not give a space of thanksgiving. So why do you want to wallow in self-pity? Or you want to make a pity party? Arise, soldier of Christ. Take up your hammer. Remember that your generation are waiting for your manifestation. And you cannot manifest in that position that you want to keep yourself. Your generation are waiting for your manifestation. You cannot be wallow yourself in self-pity and you still say you want to manifest. Be addicted to the word of God. Word of God is like a well that you will go there to draw water and drink when you are thirsty. When I lost my child, I feel some demonic activities around me. Sometimes I will see things working, looking at my back. I will not see anything, but I am seeing the sign that someone is walking behind me. You may be thinking that is the Holy Spirit. No, my dear viewer. Whatever that is putting fear in your heart, it is not from God. It is coming from Satan. If it is presence of God, you will feel with joy. Presence of God will bring peace and abundance of rest. Don't forget 2 Corinthians 3:17 says, wherever there is Spirit of God, there is liberty. It's only the Satan that puts people in the bondage of anything. I am alone in my flat. My husband has been traveled. But always, I will remember the word of God. Psalm 125 verse 3 says, it is written that the road of the wicked must not rest on the righteous one. It is an abomination for the rod of the wicked one to rest on the righteous. Revelation 12:11 says, I am overcoming Satan and his angel through the blood of the Lamb and through the word of my mouth. 1 John chapter 5 verse 4 says, whosoever that is born of God, he has overcome the world. And this is the victory that overcome even my faith. Read daily devotional. Read your Bible. Listen to preacher. Go to the church to fellowship with other believers. Bible is not enough. Buy books. Christian books. There are so many things you can subscribe on your email. They give you daily devotional, daily motivational message that will lift up your spirits. Don't isolate yourself. Associate with others. Problem share. It is problem solve. How can you know people that are living their life in full? They are always joyful. They don't withdraw from anyone. Whenever they are present, you will see the sign of their Father in their life because they will be radiant with joy and peace. It doesn't mean that they are not passing through anything, but they know that their own life, it is not in their hand. It is in the hand of their Maker. And that is why they don't wallow in pain. They don't wallow in sorrow. They don't wallow in fear. Remember that a single tree, it can never make a forest. Jesus needs disciples to fulfill his mission. God needs you and I to reduce the population of kingdom of hell. I know definition of relationship. When I lost my daughter, majority of people are on their knees, praying to God, interceding, cry to God to save my soul. I can feel their presence. I can see their own fire burning in my own altar. My viewer, what you need is just a godly relationship. Some people will think, if I tell people my problem, then they will start gossiping about me. Why don't you let that in the hand of God? Allow people to gossip about you. But you make sure that you have solution for your problem. After you have your solution, you are being relieved. What is your own problem that people are gossiping about you? Don't dwell in your past. Live in your present. And going joyfully to your future. The Bible says, if you are weak in the days of trouble, your strength is little. It is really common in this land. Ask people, why I did not see you in fellowship today? They will tell you, because I am not happy. The time that you are not happy, the time that the things is not going the way you want it, I think that is the most important time. That you need the hands of others to help you. That is the time you need the hand of Aaron to lift up you as a Moses. Please don't get it wrong. That situation is still threatening you now, just because you refuse to share it with others. I am type of person that don't allow my emotion to control me. Even the entire world wants to fall. I always know that God gets my back. But still, I never keep anything to myself. If I am passing through anything, I share it with others so that they can give me the word of wisdom. I receive the word of wisdom, I become more strong. One thing that we enjoy as a believer, it is joy. And if your joy is being tampered with, kindly check your salvation. I went to my husband and I told him, dear, do you know that I have messed up? Do you know that sometimes as a believer, there's some situation, we find ourselves there. We don't even know how we find ourselves. In that same particular situation, by the time I explained everything to him, I nearly called ambulance. Because he lost his stamina, I only moved closer to him and whispered to his ears, dear, do you know this situation and this situation? How God delivered us? Do you know this and this in the past? How God showed himself strong? Do you know this and this has happened before? How God gets our back? So why do you want to collapse because of this? If God have did something miraculous in your life before, He's still there today to do it again, to encourage you, empower you, strengthen you, and give solution to that life straightening. Never forget that everything always works together for good. For everyone that loves God. Nothing can work against anyone that loves God. Absolutely nothing. And if it is working against you, if you think that it's working against you, God is up to something. Maybe peradventure, there is a seed in your life that God wants to grow up. It may be seed of patience, seed of endurance, more love to others. Remember that the one that is keepeth you, he has never sleep, he never slumber. He's always on the throne, beautiful for every situation, always loaded with many benefits. Isaiah 48 verse 11 says, even I am your God, and I'm going to do it. I will not allow my name to be polluted, and I will not share my glory with anyone. God can never share his glory with anyone. Psychology says when you start taking care of yourself, you start feeling better, you look better, and you attract better things to your life. Take care of yourself. Everything is not about spiritual. Take care of your health. I told the lady that I have someone around me that she's cancer patient. And I was narrating to that lady that, do you know that this is an arrow? How can someone that is not having boyfriend, having a vaginal cancer? And the lady was just laugh at me. Like, there are many things we take for granted. And sometimes we are just an enemy of ourselves. Wearing one bra for a whole 1 week without washing it. Putting on one pint for 1 or 2 days without washing it. Even when you go to toilet, you don't have proper clean up. I was still trying to explain to her that how can a born again child of God contact that deadly sickness? She said, sister, you just need to come out of bus. Expose yourself more. Even the prostitute you see on the road, they take good care of themselves. They spend on themselves more than born again. They concentrate on their body, their physical health. They have different cleansers to clean their nails, their vagina, to clean their face, to make sure that they look neat every time. Because if they don't, people that patronize them, they will not. My dear viewer, take good care of your health. Don't allow any deadly diseases to weaken you. For some years, I decided that I'm not going to give my hair to anyone. Either I trim it or I just style it. And I go to wherever I want to go to. There are some journeys I have embarked spiritually, in the spirit realm, that get back to new me. And I do say, if my parents live a carelessness life, and God can open my eyes to it, why do I fall into it again? But later, when a sister walked up to me, and she said that I can handle your natural hair nicely, I think about it for some days. And later I give her a chance. Thinking wisely on what goes to your mind. Admit your mistake. Forgive people. Even when it is hard. It is only a fool that will drink a poison. And he will be thinking that another person is going to die. Have a rugged determination. Speak to your mind that I will never allow any circumstances to weigh me down. There is an adage in my local language which says, "Kò sóhun tó ń bọ̀ látòkè tílẹ̀ ò gbà." There is nothing big coming from heaven that the earth is not sufficient to contain it. Whatever that is going to give you mental and emotional depression, please cut yourself from it. Jesus had 12 disciples. And he cut it to one, which is John, my beloved. Do you know that you are never powerless if you can talk to your mind daily and control your 5 senses? We love everyone, but our company must be chosen wisely. I said it earlier. Stay connected to the body of Christ. That is the only place you can be restored. Don't forget that iron sharpens iron. When things is out of your hand, hold God's hand tight. Remember him, his promise concerning your life. Solomon's mother, she went to David to remind David of his promise. How David promised that Solomon is going to build on the throne. Why Adonijah is reigning? Why Adonijah is reign and rule? But with her boldness, Adonijah was being dethroned. There may be things in your life that you don't want, but they are still ruling. The only solution to dethrone them is to remind God of his promise concerning your life. No parent will like to see their 10 years old still crying, not growing, not walking, not talking. God expects you to grow spiritually. There is two ways. People can be humble, totally surrender to the will of God in their life. Either you do it willingly or God forces you to do it. Beside that, there are some exams. You must pass it before you enter into your rest. Jesus needs to pass through the shame, harassment of cross. Never allow your emotion to overcome your intelligence. The life of many has been attached to your destiny. And if you are not fulfilling your purpose in life, they also will die unfulfilled. There is a purpose for your existences. There is a purpose for you being alive. There is a purpose God has blessed you. There is a purpose for you to be created. There is a reason you are in that nationality. There is a reason for that skin that you are carrying. Fulfill your mission. There is greater seed in you that is more powerful than who you are. And if you kill that giant that is in you, because of your present situation, you may live your entire life in regret. Men of Issachar, they understand the time and the season. You also need to be like men of Issachar, who understand the time and season. Life that we have is like a roller coaster. Sometimes it goes up, and when it goes up, thank God for it. Sometimes it goes down. Also appreciate God for it. It may just be you and God for this season. Don't worry. Very soon, very, very soon, everyone are going to see what God's seen in your life. Don't allow that depression. Will you be okay? If nobody knows it, except you and God, are you going to feel all right? If nobody knows how talented you are, no one appreciates you. I will advise you, let them sleep. God will sit with you in that room to show you the preview, how the room look like. My viewer, make mistake, fall in love, let your heart be broken, grow from it, and do it again. Everything we go through in life, it allows us to be more alive. Have a glorious day. God bless you. If you are blessed with this message, don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, like, and also share it with others. I hope to see you next week.